What do you have in your drawers? Not many times I'm going to say that to a bunch of guys, but hey, what's going on, everybody? It's old Matt Hunt here, Royal Time Garage. Wanted to come on here today, kind of show you what I've been working on behind the scenes. You've probably seen some of these in our videos or in my videos so far. This is all 3D printed stuff that I'm trying to figure out how to make an affordable option that works decent. Just like the competitors out there, but there's things that we're missing that I wanted to put in mind. So this is what we have so far. Again, all these are just kind of R&D and just kind of doing some testing on them to see what works best. I came on here to see if you guys could help me with your opinion. So what we have so far is, we'll start with our wrench sets. We have these are Matco 3/8 to 3/4 inch, and then we have the Icon set 10 to 19. I have these set up right now in a split rail design. So this is a 6, it's missing a 6. I'll show you how that works, but this is a 6 to 19 set. I'm curious if your toolbox is set up where if it can keep a full set all the way together in your drawer, just like so. It'd be a little bit longer, kind of cut that off, but it'll be a little bit longer. So I'm curious if your drawers are long enough that you can actually have a full set in a total run, or if you have to split them up in your drawer. I know, talking to one of my buddies, that's kind of what he's having to do right now with his, is kind of separate them a little bit to get them to fit correctly in there. I have seen kind of multiple different setups, so that's one idea that I had. I could even ship them with a full-size rail, so it would fit an 8 through a 19. Let me know what you think. The way that these things work is, and I do have two different sizes. I have a small, so it's a little bit thinner of a gap, and then a large, which will fit, I believe, the Craftsman, because I know the Craftsman are about the fattest wrench that I've had so far. So, or that I've tested, but I'll verify that. But right now I have the whole Icon set, and then of course the Matco set of stubbies. I also have another wrench set, just an old one that I have in there that fits well. It's a little bit snug on even the big ones, so I might have to push that out a little bit, but still testing that. The way that these things work is they're kind of a, let's say, a modular design, where it's going to come with a piece like this and whatever rail that you want, and they just slide right on the rail together. It does have a stopper on one side, and then it will come with your numbers. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. It'll come with the numbers. These are just a press fit number, so if you want to use them all but you do have a set that skips, you'll be able to put them in and just pop them in, and they stay in there. So their tolerances are pretty dang good, so they're kind of a pain to get out, but you know, that's a good thing. So this is how they look in your drawer. Pretty sweet. Gonna have multiple colors coming, so that's on there. But what I need from you guys is, if you need a split rail or a single rail or both, if you have the option to do both. These are designed just to set in your toolbox, and because they're, you know, still plastic, they're rigid enough, but you're not gonna pick your entire setup with them. They'll probably fall out. So keep that in mind. These are just to kind of stay nice in your organizer, show you what wrench size you're looking for. Unlike some of the other modular setups that are very sweet because they stack your wrenches very close together. Still trying to achieve that where they're relatively close together and they're not all spread out like this. Kind of takes up some space in your toolbox. So trying to think of a different way to do that and keep your numbers visible. So first idea and opinion would be sweet. What do you think works best? Second opinion is color setups for toolbox labels. These are going to have, I didn't put the magnets in yet, these are going to have the rare earth magnets in them, so they stick to your toolbox pretty dang good. I have been testing out a few different types, designs and whatnot. So this is kind of one that I have settled on here. It's kind of a big race font, so it's pretty easy to see. With this, what colors would you guys like to see? I have some different colors coming. We have orange, red, blue, of course green. I know that there's purple, you know. Let me know what you think. What color combos would you like to see? Would you like it to be a black background with whatever color on there? I was thinking a pretty cool one for the people with like an orange toolbox would be the Hugger orange combo that Chevy had, with either the orange background and a white lettering, or a white background. The white background might bleed through depending on how I have it set up. So I do have white, so people with the white that are crazy with the white toolboxes that I could never keep clean, we're gonna have we can do a black and white setup for those. So what color combos, and also I know all the different trades. I have Royal Time Garage, so we're working on random vehicles here and there, trucks, I have bikes, you name it. But what would you like to see in the set? If there was an 8-piece set, if there's a 10 or a 12-piece set of labels, I'm gonna try and keep these competitively priced when I get them all dialed in and happy with them. So what would you guys like to see on your labels? What toolbox labels? What drawers do you have set up? I know I have a bunch of my old man and I are kind of the same way, where we have multiple things maybe in one area. I have specialty tools for the people that might have those special tools for, you name it, cars, European cars, whatever, kind of one-off tools that they want to keep to the side so it doesn't get lost. Of course, here we have pliers, sockets, miscellaneous, because everybody pretty much has a miscellaneous drawer. Screwdrivers, measuring, saws, wrenches, Allen hex, which I also, on mine, I have a whole, I guess it'd be a hex, star, bit driver, you name it. So I think on mine I have, hex bits and bit drivers, stuff like that. So, let me know what you think. Label names, that would help me out tremendously. I know that it's probably going to vary a ton, but at least I can get a general idea of what the common person like me would like to have. So another thing, I'm still working on this idea for our ratchet storage. I'm trying to make one that you don't have to buy everything specifically. So this is, let's see if I can get it in here. You kind of see there's little grooves in here. So I had the idea to see if I could sell these as a set. And so you could use it for, the bottom's going to be your 1/4 inch. The middle section is going to be like a comfort grip 3/8. And then the top is enough to fit, as you can kind of see here in the back, your 3/4, or my bad, 1/2 inch comfort grip. I had to make a special one for a 3/4 that I have. And, I'll probably have to figure out something for a torque wrench, but most people don't have, most people like me don't have a majority of torque wrenches. So that might be kind of a special one-off thing, because they're a little bit fatter grip on them. So then this is also probably going to change, but these are, of course, they're going to be colored like these are. So these 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 are all going to have the correct little size, so you can just plop them, and they're magnet on the bottom. So plop them in there so you can kind of keep everything lined up. Those work pretty decent. I am probably going to change a few things, but any suggestions would be awesome. And then of course I have the plier rack in the back. That's a 10-piece. I do have a fatter outsides by just a little bit, just because these will fit. These are fat Icon grips, and then like the Knipex grips, they're pretty wild, the difference. So these will fit in, they're just a little more snug in the center, but I designed the outside to be for a little bit fatter grip, just in case you have those. And then as you can see, like, these are all OEM, anything with the lime green, OEM tools. We have just your kind of cheaper Quinn style, so they all fit in there relatively good. It's a nice addition to my little plier drawer. Another thing, I guess the last thing, would be the wrench sets. I believe I'm probably going to set these up so they're going to come with everything, with standard and metric labels. So if you have a stubby set, you can buy maybe a 6 or 7 piece set, and then you can do your stubbies, the label them whatever you want. Debating, you know, I could send them, I could do it metric, standard. I don't know what would appeal most to everybody. Would you like me to ship all the labels with them? Since it's one profile, I can just print them all at once. So that's another thing that's kind of been on my mind, is I'm not 100% sure what would work best for that. If I should just sell them as a metric and standard, or if I should just sell them as a universal, send everything so you guys can label them however you want. So far they've been working good the little bit, you know, that I've had them. This is an older design. This is kind of the newest design that I have. So yeah, they've been working great. It's nice to be able to look in there and see your colors, and if you're having your wife or a kid help, you can open up the drawer and it's all pretty visible there. So that's the idea behind it, just to kind of keep your toolbox looking clean and organized, and give everything its own home instead of stacking stuff in there. But it's what I have so far. It's what I've been kind of working on. The printers have been printing away, and these are all my designs. So of course I don't need the licensing or ask somebody for licensing. I've done everything from my CAD software for these. So let me know what you think. If there's anything here that you would like to check out a little bit closer, and I'll show you at least the ideas that I have. And again, I'm trying to make them affordable. So some of the stuff that I have that I don't know if I'm going to even look at selling is like, this is a universal battery holder. So see, a 20-volt DeWalt will fit in there. And then also this is an M18 Milwaukee battery will fit in there. And I have a big ass magnet on the back. The magnet's kind of overkill and very expensive. So that's one of those things I don't know if it's going to appeal for me to have to make my money back. I don't know if I would buy these, you know, just 100% honest. So if I can figure out a way, or if it's something that you guys think would be handy, I can try and price it out just to see if it would be a decent deal. But they stick very well in my drawer, and I can just pop the batteries in. They don't scoot down, they don't go anywhere. But again, the magnets are not cheap. So it is nice, you know, for guys like me that have DeWalt. We have Hercules, which I need to verify that Hercules will fit in these. Mainly made them for DeWalt and Milwaukee, but you know, it's nice to not have to buy a certain set if you can just fit a couple different batteries in there. And if you don't have all of one thing like I do, it's kind of nice not to be that specific with it. So I also have let's see if I can get it out here. This is a M12 style Milwaukee battery. So again, way overkill for the magnet here, but it just pops right in. I keep all my power tools in the drawer with all the batteries, so it works great. But yeah, that's what I've been working on kind of behind the scenes. And let me know if there's anything here you want to take a closer look at. Let me know your opinion. Split rail versus like mono rail, if you would like to have one big rail included in a package like this, so you could run that, excuse me, along with color combos and what you have. So let me know what you think, what you have, your setups that you have. Pictures would be awesome if you could post pictures of your toolbox setup. I would love to see what you guys have. So yeah, that does it. I appreciate you guys checking this bad boy out, and let me know if you have any questions about anything you see here, if there's anything that I can improve. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but at the same time, you know, we can make some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, hope you guys are safe out there, and thank you. Appreciate your guys' support, and we'll catch you later.